Welcome to the Slade ham experiment. Which camera are you on? That one? That one? So fancy. I've been working on my new book, which has caused me to revisit the old one in some ways. If you don't have it, the book is called Until All the Dragons Are Dead. You can get it on Amazon. You can also get them signed on my website, but I thought it would be fun to flip through, and there's never been an audio version of this book. So let's see what happens if I read it here. The first chapter is called Have Happy Day. It was written after a 2006 trip to Korea. Have happy day. I am boarding a plane in Houston to go see the cherry blossoms in bloom and hop from base to base telling jokes through most of South Korea and Japan. My itinerary is complicated, and the first leg in particular leaves very little space for a mistake. In a perfect world, I'm supposed to head for Detroit, catch a connecting flight to Tokyo, and continue on to Busan, South Korea. In a perfect world. In the real world, where I live, I won't be so fortunate, which is often my fate on the road. As soon as the cabin door closes, the crew informs us that there is a minor computer issue. It should only take a few minutes to correct, though. The pilot's voice crackles out over the intercom. Received by 42 rows worth of size, a few minutes sounds like a lie. A few is 3, and nothing on an airplane takes 3 minutes. A baby cries somewhere in front of me. Sweet Jesus, already? The mother feeds it a bottle and rocks it to sleep as a few minutes slowly become 60. I sit stuck in my window seat and watch as that window begins to fog up from lack of air circulation. It's been an hour, I think. It can't be much longer. My finger traces a sad, dripping line through the condensation. I write, "Help me," backwards in the sweat. I'm a borderline claustrophobic person by nature, and being stuck on the inside of a row isn't helping. The massive woman on the aisle seat is the size of an adolescent rhinoceros, dashing any hopes I might have of getting out and moving around. At least I'm not in the middle, I comfort myself. That seat belongs to a man in his 40s who, while having said nothing to support this characterization, carries himself with a holier-than-thou attitude. I immediately don't like him. He just seems arrogant. Maybe it is the way his facial bones are structured, or maybe it's the reading glasses perched on the tip of his nose like a cliff diver, but he looks like someone who thinks he should have a butler. I bet he would be happier with a monocle. Simmer down, I want to say. You're back here in coach with the rest of us. The clock ticks past an hour and a half. The speaker rattles again, this time with worse news. "This is your captain again. We're going to try to get this computer restarted one more time. And if that doesn't work, we're going to have to bring a crew on board to replace it. Just sit tight. Shouldn't be much longer." The captain lies again. Captain liar, liar, pants on fire. 2 hours. Time crawls. I glance at the crumpled boarding pass shoved in my pocket and notice that I only have a 3-hour layover scheduled in Detroit before my flight to Japan. This is going to be way too close. I scribble things in my notebook in an attempt to distract myself. The man in the middle seat begins to get curious. He pushes his glasses up on his better-than-everyone nose and he tries to shyly read what I'm writing, as if a radarless bat couldn't tell what he was doing. I adjust my writing to compensate. I flip over to a fresh page and start a new paragraph. "If you don't stop reading this, I will stab you in the ear with my pen and hide your body under the large woman to your left. They will never find you. Do you understand that? And when I'm through with you and I get off this godforsaken plane, I will hunt your children down and eat them." You read that right. I will eat your children on bread like a po' boy. He harumphs and adjusts his gaze. 3 hours. My layover time is all but gone now. Unless we take off in 5 minutes, I will miss my next flight. I take a deep breath when I hear the intercom buzz. Captain Adams here one more time. Just wanted to update you folks on our status. Looks like they have the problem under control. We apologize for keeping you on the plane, but it should only be a couple more minutes. Sit tight. Liar! Someone yells from the back. We all laugh, but it's the laughter of a defeated army. The beluga whale at the end of our row isn't doing so well. The armrests are not being kind to her hips in an irresistible force meets immovable object sort of way. The way she seems stuck in her seat reminds me of a video I once saw where a double-decker bus failed to make it underneath an overpass. 3.5 hours. All I can focus on is the fact that I have to get to Detroit. I have to. The baby Damien is crying again, now awake from its nap. Middleman is fidgeting uncontrollably next to me, but he avoids making eye contact. The sack of mattresses next to him is snoring, though she is wide awake. Her breath comes in erratic gusts, each one sounding more laborious than the last. More crying sounds cut through the thick air. Is that child in a blender? This can't just be one baby. This is miserable. I hope this plane blows up, I think to myself. 4.5 hours. We are all beaten. Even the flight attendants have given up any sense of professionalism. Ties loosened and sweat dripping, they drag a beat-up water cart down the center aisle. Just say something if you want some more water, one of them mutters. I can't help you otherwise. 5 hours. My connecting flight took off almost 2 hours earlier. Good news, the captain interrupts. We've resolved the problem and we're cleared for takeoff. 179 people sigh in relief. And the fat lady just keeps trying to breathe. I make it through Detroit and into Tokyo, eventually. Trudging into Narita Airport around 11:30 at night. A clerk informs me that the last flight into Busan has already taken off, but they'll happily fly me to Seoul for the night. We get you hotel and drive person will arrive to transport you, the lady behind the counter says in broken English. Here ticket, go enjoy, have happy day. All of Korea goes to bed well before midnight. I learned this upon arriving at Incheon Airport in Seoul. Apparently, they're like Monchichis in that regard, and at 10 o'clock someone takes the jewel out of their bellies and they fall fast asleep. The airport is huge and devoid of people. I am Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky if, too tired to run, he'd skip directly to the screaming at the sky and spinning in a circle part. How could the airport be empty? Where's my driver? I still have to get a hold of someone in Busan and let them know that I'm not going to make it. The only contact information I have is for a man named Mr. O. I have that and a phone number with 1,000 digits. I have no Korean won, and the currency exchange has long since closed. So I stumbled down a massive hallway, delirious, trying to make sense of the logograms that surround me. My exhausted mind translates them based on the appearance. Picnic table, telephone pole, treehouse. I'm getting nowhere quite quickly. One lone sentry waits by the exit near an eerily silent baggage claim. He leads me to a phone, and I convince him to leave a message for Mr. O before he leaves me standing there alone. I have been up for nearly 30 hours. Where's my ride to the hotel? A voice echoes my thought even as it occurs. Hotel? I hear someone say. I'm certain I'm imagining things because there's no one there. Hotel, the voice says again, and then a 4-foot-tall Korean man appears behind an abandoned counter. Yes, I say, please. I don't even care if he's the right guy or not. I just want to stand under a hot shower and maybe take a nap. Come, we go fast, he grins. Yes, I reply, fast is good. He leads me to a van, throws my bag in the passenger side, and then clambers into the driver's seat. I slide open the side door and crawl into my seat in the back, ready to doze off until we reach our destination. I hear the ignition fire up as my eyes closed, and then I snap them back open again as Korean rap explodes from the speakers. It sounds like a machine gun that shoots words at your face. I'd rather hear that baby cry than this. The van tires squeal, kicking up dust, and we shoot forward in the dark outskirts of Seoul at the speed of sound. He sits on 3 encyclopedia-sized books and can still barely see over the steering wheel. I pull myself forward against the G-force to see how fast we're going, forgetting the speedometer is showing kilometers. Through the windshield, I can see the dimly illuminated road. Apparently, we only have one headlight, like the wallflowers. Another car appears ahead of us, but only for a moment. My driver bump drafts them as we fly past and throws his hands in the air, like the kid in the never-ending story that made that big flying dog. "Mansai!" he yells. I move to the center of the bench seat and put on all 3 seat belts. We slide to a halt in front of the hotel, like the end of a roller coaster. And I crawl out of the van shaking and happy to be alive. He pushes my bag out after me, yells something else in Korean, and rockets off into the night. "Have happy day," I chuckle. I'll never know exactly how fast we actually went. I know we covered what I estimated to be 1,100 miles in 18 minutes. And I can't help but wonder where that guy was when I needed to get from Houston to Detroit 30 hours ago. It's one story from my book, Until All the Dragons Are Dead. You can buy it. Every purchase helps me fund my new comedy special. It comes out, it tapes November 15th. So a lot of money to raise before then. There are other ways you could be part of it. If you'd like one of these shirts, the Eyes on the Ground logo, you can currently get these. Same place you can buy my book, sladeham.com. The book is also available on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Lots of dates coming up. Some Texas dates, some Canada dates. The special on November 15th. September 20, the end of this month, if you saw that date in Sour Lake, very limited tickets left for that show. I think there were 12 tickets left when I talked to them this morning. So get your tickets for all the shows. Stick around here. Hit subscribe if you have not. We'll slowly read our way through the rest of Until All the Dragons Are Dead as we tiptoe into the fall and I write the new book. What else? Anything? No? Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. We're not kind enough to ourselves. So do something nice for you this week. I'll see you on another episode of the Slade Ham Experiment.